Hello, this is Mr. Doty, and as you can see, I'm coming to you live from Italy. Well, not exactly, but anyway. I thought it'd be fun to play with my daughter's green screen since my office is a mess. So, welcome to whichever class you're in of mine, because this is going to be a generic video just to kind of give you a heads up on what you need to do. So as you can see here in the background here on our computer here, I'm on Google, which is a good web browser to use. If you use Firefox or even Internet Explorer, you should be okay in doing this class on using those browsers. However, now, Mr. Anderson supposedly, somehow, he has something with Edge where he can actually make it work. But as a student, I've found that Edge does not work very well for uploading assignments and so on. So basically what you need to do is, if you're not familiar with doing online classes, then what you need to do is, well, hopefully, depending on how my internet is, we're going to go to the eTown website, right? And then we are going to go to my path right here, which I actually have that bookmarked. You'll notice I have it right here. I also have eTown there. And then I'm just going to sign in. Of course, your username is your first initial, last name, and then it'll be 00 something. Mine's 0002. Apparently there is another Brent Doty out there somewhere who went to school. And it wasn't my brother, Brandon, so there you go. And then you put it like this, you put in your password, sign in. And hopefully it takes you, sure, why not? Let's stay signed in. Okay, so once you get here, you're not going to have as many tiles as I do, but Blackboard is what you're going to want to go to. You also have access to your email, right? And then you should have one that says Student Self-Service, which is basically what this link is here. And that'll be, you can go find your grades, your financial aid information, all that good stuff is there. Alright, so I'm going to click on Blackboard. Now, one of the things that you need to do, besides turning in your student information sheet, which we'll get to here in a sec, is you need to do the Online Learning Orientation, or OLO as Mr. Anderson has come to call it. And basically, it is an introduction on how to do classes online, okay? And that's what we're going to try to do. So I'm going to click on Courses, and you may come up with a different view. Now, if you've already been through classes, then you probably already know what to do, and you're great, right? Okay. Well, if you don't, yours may start out looking like this, where you have a list of classes right here. You can also click on up here where it says Current Courses and so on. Now, if I go all the way down, and go to page 4 here, because I don't think I have it. So you see this one says Orientation to Online Learning Faculty and Staff. Okay, you're going to have one that just says ECTC Orientation to Online Learning. And it may say Students. I don't remember because it went away on mine, so I don't know what you're going to see. We'll go from there. Those of you that have in class, hey, we'll look at it and see. So anyway, you're going to have this. Now, if you want it to be up at the top with the rest of your current classes, you want to hit the little star on it so that it'll go all the way to the top. And so I'm going to go back to first page. Alright, so I don't like this view, so I'm going to click on this little grid view here, and it puts some really cool pictures that I like. And you'll notice that these are on, and then you may see some that have a lock on them, or say, it may say locked. Those are classes that your instructor hasn't turned on yet. Maybe it's a second bi-term class. That's what these are that aren't turned on right now. Now, at some point down here in my favorites, I have the orientation right here, see? So anytime that I want a class to go up to the top of the pile, you click on the little star there and it puts it as a favorite and it goes up to the top. So that's something that you're going to learn about in this online orientation as well. Okay, so let's say that you are in my Intro to CAD class, right? Okay, so I go to Intro to CAD. It says welcome. You should have gotten an email that has a welcome message on it. Then you're going to go to Startup, right? And then I have my startup instructions, which are now going to include that you need to complete the online learning orientation. Now, you only have to do it once. Once you complete it, then all you have to do is take a screenshot. And if you don't know how to do that, well, one of the things that you're going to learn, or you would learn in CAD 100, is how to go down here and I'm going to scroll all the way down to Windows, and then under Accessories here, and then I should find something called the snipping tool right here. Now they're going to tell you when you click on it, it's going to pop up and it's going to say that it's moving and then you're supposed to use snip and sketch, whatever. I'm still using this one because I like it, but the other one's the same way. All you do is click on New, and then your screen kind of grays out, and you just kind of highlight what it is that you want to take a picture of, basically. All right, and then that pulls it up on this screen. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit save, and you're going to save this, and let's just say OLO, and then I'll just put today's date 1/10/20. Oops. We are now in 21, thank you Lord, and we're good. So there it is. Now, what you would do is, down here, this is actually where I would turn it in, okay? Anytime that you see something that has a line under it, that means that it is an assignment where you're going to turn things in, okay? Now, like I said, the OLO, Online Learning Orientation, OLO for short, is probably going to go over this, but I'm going to give you a little shortcut. So anyway, you click on the link, you click for Browse Local Files, and then that one was under Pictures, I think. And I have all these lovely things. Nothing inappropriate, but nothing awesome either. And I don't remember what I saved it as. Is there an OLO somewhere? And I don't remember where I put it. So anyway, it's very possible that, well anyway, wherever it is, whatever file it is, you pick the file that you need to load. Let's say it was this drawing file, and then you would hit open, and then it's going to show down here that it loaded, okay? And then once you do that, then you would hit submit. Now it'll come up with another page that says, submission completed, and you want to do another one, or you can hit OK and it'll take you back to the main menu, or anyway, but I can't do that, so it doesn't like it when I try to do that, so I'm going to hit cancel. You don't hit cancel, you hit OK or submit and rock on. Okay, so some other things that we have here is if you're going to need to download software. If it's SolidWorks, then I have instructions under the startup instructions for how to do that. If it's Autodesk software like Inventor or AutoCAD or Revit, any of those, the electrical AutoCAD if you wanted to download that, any of those things, you're going to go look at this video. I updated it as of August, so it should be pretty close to what you would see. The next thing is you can go through the startup instructions. Each of these is going to have startup instructions. Now, for some reason, I copied over the class that has the wrong startup instructions, so I'm going to have to fix this. But anyway, typically what I would do is I would have maybe the book on here, kind of like the syllabus, and it would explain to you, your schedule, submitting documents, tells you how to download software, that kind of thing. Like I said, for some reason I haven't fixed this one, but hey, we will. And then you'll notice up here in your tab, see, I can just click off of that and go back. So anyway, there's going to be startup instructions in all the classes, and I'm doing my best to make sure things keep updated, and we'll go from there. The next thing you'd want to do is also you'd want to look at your syllabus. So in each class, I mean, I could go over each of the syllabi, but basically you're going to see right here I have Spring 21 syllabus, and let's say this is CAD 100, so I'd click on it and it's going to pop up and it's going to have my information here, like 8608, that's my office phone. You call, you leave a message, because I never answer it 99% of the time, because I'm never at my desk. I'm usually out in the classroom teaching. It's just the way it is. And my phone has a cord that's about 2 inches long, so you can't really do much with it. So I use it as an answering machine, and it pops up on my email, and then I'll call you back on my cell phone, and we'll go from there. That tells you a time if it was a timed class. You're going to have your competencies. It's going to tell you the books that you're going to have, and then it tells you things like grading. This is your grading policy, late policy. Try not to turn things in late. Just remember that if you don't get it in at midnight on that day, I'm not going to start taking off points just the second that it's late. But if it's a week late, or if it's 2 weeks late, then you're going to have to deal with losing some points. So the whole point of this is trying to make sure that you keep things turned in a timely manner. Don't procrastinate, just get it done. Alright, plagiarism and cheating. Don't do it. If I catch you doing it, or I will confront you and say, hey, look, this looks exactly like this other person's, and by the way, you forgot to take their name off of it. So anyway, been there, done that. No, we do not share assignments where I'm going to do this assignment, you're going to do this assignment, and then we'll just all turn them in. No, do your own work. You can help each other. I don't mind that. But you don't do each other's work for them. Attendance, first thing you need to do in this class, and any of my classes, is turn in the student information sheet. Then do the online orientation, learning orientation, and that will keep you in the class. And then if it's an in-person class, you show up. The first one that we're going to do this time is actually virtual. I don't know if we're going to have to do that in the future, but the first week you show up, you go online, and there's something else I can show you real quick. Besides going through all of this, the attendance, withdrawal policies on here, general information, there's a link where you can find links to all these things about code of conduct, accessing your email, which hopefully you already know how to do, makeup days, which don't exist anymore because we just go virtual. And if you're sick or you're quarantined, then guess what? Stay home, follow directions, do the right thing. If you're sick, stay home. Get better. If you can attend class online, do it. That's fine. Let me know what's going on, because communication is the key to everything. Mr. Anderson puts that on his email, on his little signature, and I believe it. Okay. So anyway, it is the key to success. Communication, very much, and listening, paying attention. Those things are too. Okay, so basically it goes through all these things, and that would be your syllabi, or syllabus for the class. Okay, the next thing you're going to notice is on pretty much, well, all of my in-person classes, there will be a Blackboard Collaborate link. This is where you go for your online, for your virtual classroom, okay? If you need to stay at home, The other thing is when I click on this, all right, it's going to pop up this screen, okay? I'm going to click on this right here because this is the right one to do. Now, if I have any recordings that you would like to watch, however awesome or bad that they are, you would click on this three little lines up here, okay? And you'll notice it says recordings. Then you would click on recordings. You'll notice that we haven't done any yet, and not in this class. But if they were there, after I make the recording, after I stop it, it's going to show up probably maybe an hour later, maybe 30 minutes. You know, it just depends on what the cycle times are. All right, so let me go back to sessions. Aha. So most of the time, you're just going to click on this. You click on here, and then you hit Join Course Room right here, and then it's going to pop up. Hopefully. At least that's the plan. Depends on your internet service. Hopefully you have better internet than I do. Well, while we're waiting on that, we'll go back over here. Yeah, even though I have another tab and see it's joining me here, wants to use your microphone. Okay, well I'm going to hit allow. See, it's asking you how's my sound. You sound great. Audio is working. Boom. Then it's going to say wants to use your camera. Sure, allow it to use your camera if you want to. That's your choice. And then of course you have to use the right one. Is that me? Nope. Well, anyway, normally it'd be working, but since I'm using it on a different process, it probably, anyway. And then it's going to ask you about this. I'm going to hit later, and I'm going to hit close. And basically, I'm going to have this open, and now you have moderators and everyone. That's interesting. And I usually click on everyone, and you know, right now it just says there's one attendee, which is me, and I'm going to record the session, right? And then I can share my screen, so I have to try to remember all those lovely things. Yeah, see right now, see I'm not sharing audio and I'm not sharing video, but that's okay. I would turn those on, and then the other people will be able to see me, or see you if you're on the other end. Alright, so that's something else that you can do. And then when you're done, you click on here, you hit leave session, it asks you how were things, whatever. Sure, it was great. It was awesome. Oh my. And then it does that really loud noise. So, anyway. Alright, so that's basically on how you're going to get onto the class. One of the other things that I've been asked is, you know, how do I get my books? Well, it's very easy. All you need to do is, here, I'm going to create a new tab. Go to here on your ECTC class, not ECTC class, I'm sorry, ECTC website. You will see somewhere on here where you would think it would say, let's see, quick links. Well, here, let's just go to current students. The website's not that great laid out. It's really hard to find things. Typically what I do is I click on search, and I just type in bookstore. And maybe that's why you guys can't, you know, figure it out, or having a hard time figuring it out. I won't say can't, but maybe you have a more difficult time, especially if you're not from E-Town, you're another campus, and you know they don't have your bookstore may not have my books. But if you click on bookstore here, and then it says book purchases, right? Yep, there we want book purchases. You sure can purchase books at right there, and I already have this. See, I already have that one bookmarked as well because it's something I go into. You click on textbooks right here, find them, sure. The first thing you got to do is select your campus. Well, you're going to be going to ECTC for whatever class you're in. Spring 21. Obviously, most of the classes are going to be CAD, unless you're in the digital printing. Select course, let's say 100. Select section, whatever section. They're all the same, doesn't matter. And then find material. Now you can do up to at least 4 classes. You can add more if you want to. I'm just going to click on one. Alright, now it's going to show me what things I need to have. They're also going to have things that are recommended. You don't necessarily need them. So basically, for this class, this is the AutoCAD class, CAD 100, you're going to have this engineering graphics book, and then you've got access in Blackboard for your online part of the course through Cengage. And CAD 100 is the only one we use the Cengage part with, and that's what we do our Word and Excel with, and the basic computer skills. Alright, so, but this is where you go get your books. You can select your formats. Your ISBN number is right here. So even if you don't want to buy it here, like it tells me that select format. New is $60.15. Okay, well then go to Amazon. Go to AbeBooks. Go to cheapbooks.com. Go to Chegg, C-H-E-G-G. Or type in text, online textbooks, or just type in textbooks at your on your search engine. It's real easy. Textbooks, boom, and you got a listing of all the different textbooks places that you can rent, buy, whatever. Hopefully that helps, and I'm trying to think of anything else that would be great for an intro video. But like I said, I was just trying to keep this generic, and I'm live from the forum anyway, so it's kind of cool. Love to go back. It's a lot warmer than it is now. There, I'm sure. Alright, well, it was good meeting you. The rest of my videos out there in the web don't have my lovely picture on them, but that's okay. You can listen to my lovely voice, and hopefully you learn a few things. If you need anything, please get with me. Remember that it's bdody0002 at kctcs.edu. Like I said, call my office phone, and then I'll call you back. But email works great too. Alright, well, you guys take care and have fun.